Hi, I am so excited. At the end of one of our amazing Unicorn Spotlight interviews, one of our grant writers talked all about how she just did a video application as a part of a bigger grant application. This was an optional form. They could submit a video if they wanted to, and they decided to do it. A little bit of background, they had applied for this grant 3 times prior. This was their 4th application, and this year they won. Now, whether the video sealed the deal or not, we won't know for sure for a bit of time, but her and I are both betting that it definitely was some icing on the cake. I wanted to show you a little bit of a raw behind the scenes interview that I had with her on just talking about what the process was for making this video because it is so raw. And I think that that is really important to recognize that sometimes we get scared of creating videos or different multimedia presentations because it feels like it has to be perfect. But the reality is that as long as we're showing up as our authentic selves and we're presenting the meaning and the mission behind what we want funded, that often that is enough. So I want us to put our tech scaries kind of away for a moment and really dive in. Here's a little bit of a behind the scenes look between Justina and I and her process for creating a video application as a part of her bigger grant application. Also, pro tip from the grant writing expert herself, if there's an option to submit a video as a part of any application, even if it just says, hey, you have the option to attach something of your choice. A video application can show the funders who you are in a really, really cool way. So don't be afraid to submit that video as a part of your grant application. All right, let's dive into our little mini interview with our grant writing unicorn, Justina. So you had to make a video as a part of your NAEP application. And will you
Yes.
walk me through the process? Walk me through the process of like, how did you figure out what you wanted to put into the video?
Oh, we truly believe that the best way to capture the attention of the donors was to let the children speak for themselves on why a program was so necessary for military
Mm-hmm.
children.
Mm-hmm.
And what we decided to do is the grant team got together and formed a list of the most important points that were supported by research. And our program manager for America's Little Helpers then basically came up with a script for herself, and where when she's talking,
Mm-hmm.
there were statistics or different
Oh,
pictures
cool.
of the children. So we had already completed a couple of different virtual events, and there was
Okay.
pictures of those events of the children completing those tasks, whether it
Right.
was painting or, man, I can't even believe what they've been so busy. The kids program's really been busy. But so because we had 2 minutes, I mean, that's the
Yeah.
hard part, that we
Yeah.
had a 2-minute video to capture the whole emotion behind this children's program.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's little clips throughout that 2 minutes of children ages anywhere from 4 and 5 all the way up to one of the children. I think he was 23 and he was at the Citadel. He's one of the older veterans children.
Cool.
And between all of the children speaking of what they do for their parent, how they aid them, how they're a helper to that parent, but also then the oldest child who is at the Citadel,
Mm-hmm.
he, which is a university, for those who don't know, it's a military university. And it's heartbreaking, but it's heartwarming as well to see what the effect of having a disabled parent, a wounded parent, that impact to the family.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. We condensed everything down into 2 minutes with the program manager hitting the highlights for
Mhm.
statistics and the pictures of the kids doing these activities, along with little clips of the children speaking.
Amazing. So
And it
what
was
kind of tech did you use? What
we
kind of
used an iPhone.
did you? Cool.
We used an iPhone, and I think I'd have to go back and look, but I know that you have to have a certain resolution when you're
Right.
videoing.
Yeah.
That is one thing that the person who does the media for the coalition, they had said, okay, you need to be recording at this, whatever it is, because I'm not technical,
Yeah.
but that had to be done. And then
Okay.
she went and she edited everything, but it's raw. It's not as though a ton of time. This is not professional. This is literally, one of the veteran of the program manager was holding the iPhone videotaping Tiffany
Yeah.
as she narrated. Okay, this
Mhm.
is not, but it was 2 minutes, and that was a huge impact on donors.
Yeah. So do you think that that kind of sealed the deal for the application?
I
Or do
think
you have any
that
feedback from the funder on the video?
no, but
Okay.
I watched it when it was done,
Yeah.
and again, I don't have little kids, my kids are all older, but I watched it, and I'm kind of cynical in my old age. And I will tell you, by the end, especially, I mean, it's if you're not getting teary
Yeah.
between that, and now I think it did seal the deal. Now we got a lot of questions for clarification on the grant itself
Okay.
for the content, which tells us they were really interested. They just
Mhm.
needed clarification on some of the numbers, which is great. We love questions,
Absolutely.
right? We
Yeah.
love it
Yeah.
when a funder says, hey, we really want to know more about this. Can you clarify?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That means you
Yeah.
actually read it.
Yeah,
Yay.
absolutely. And it
But
gives you another chance to tell more, to explain, and to give in
yes,
more details that you
absolutely.
can fit into the narrative.
I know, especially when there's a word count limit.
Mhm.
But I would have to say, if there was any sitting on the fence, the video would clinch it. And if
Cool.
there are a lot of grants out there that give
Mhm.
you the opportunity to attach a file,
Yeah.
to attach anything, add a
Mhm.
video. It is worth it. It
I
does
love
not
it.
have to be professionally done. Just tack it on because it sums it up. And there's a lot of people that don't want to read, like maybe they don't want to read. I don't know. I don't know how funders do things anymore, but I do feel that a video will sum it up. And if you have that opportunity, absolutely, in a heartbeat, attach one.
Absolutely. I love it. So, one last question. When you decided to film the kids and kind of go through your creative process of what you were going to include in the video, how did you ensure that the kids' identities would be protected, or like there was permission,
There
or
was
where to
permission.
navigate the
Everyone had,
lines?
no,
Yeah.
everyone had to sign a media release.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then most of the children were wearing their America's Little Helpers t-shirt.
Cute.
There's nothing like a little bit of extra advertising there.
Absolutely. I love it. Oh, thank you so, so much. This is so helpful. I know it'll help other grant writers too.
I hope so.
Oh, I can't imagine that it wouldn't. So thank you for sharing.
We're talking about the power of words, but there's also visual, that visual power.
Mhm.
And I think in our modern age, when what it is I think the videos are going to help weed out
Mm,
to the top 10.
yeah.
Let's say that they're only
Yep.
awarding 3 grants
Yep.
and they have 200 applications.
Hmm.
I think personally, if I was on a grant funding team,
Yeah.
that's what I would do. I'd
Yeah.
watch all the videos first, and if it interested me,
Yeah.
then I'd start whittling it down. And I do think I would not be surprised if grantors, funders don't start doing that more. The
Yeah.
Tito's grant, Tito's vodka,
Yeah.
you have the option of submitting a video, or just for other
Yeah,
grantors
yeah.
out there that, I mean, I don't even know. I mean, I know you have to
That's
be over
awesome.
21 to apply for the
Yeah,
grant.
yeah. Well, most of our people are over 21.
Okay, so it's a Tito's vodka grant,
Okay.
and you have the option to submit this video. If you have the opportunity to submit a video, do it.
Do
Do
it.
not pass on that. That is a
Cool.
huge, huge opportunity. Make the
I
video.
love it.